Hey everybody, my name is Lindsay and I will be teaching from Baltimore, Maryland today for Elevation. The class is MoLates, so you will get a nice blend of mobility exercises along with Pilates moves to challenge your core. Today class is 30 minutes. Whenever you're ready, come and meet me on your mat, nice and seated, and we'll get started. All right, so start with your inhale, shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhaling back down. Take a deep inhale, shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhaling, relaxing them back down. Feel free to close your eyes if you'd like. Inhale, nice tall spine, shrug those shoulders up, and exhale, soften back down. Go ahead and meet us all on the mat, flat on your back. We're going to extend our arms up and above our head as our toes point down towards the end of the mat, reaching for as far as you can. And exhale, you're going to soften the bend in your elbows. Inhale, go ahead and reach from fingertips to toes. Exhale, soften back down. Inhale, reach as far as you can. And exhale, soften. On the next one, as you inhale, you're going to pull your right wrist with your left fingertips. So go ahead and grasp around it and then pull across towards the left side of the room. Taking 2 breaths here, feeling with the inhale, the body sends the breath along the right side, opening up the back of the shoulder and the upper back. On your last exhale, soften your grip, release the left hand from the right. And then on the next inhale, reach those right fingers across towards the left wrist and then pull the left wrist across towards the right side of the mat. Taking 2 breaths here. Sending the breath down the side body. And on the exhale, releasing the grip. Go ahead and place your hands, one hand on the stomach and one hand on the heart. To begin the practice today, we're going to actually start with some diaphragm breathing. So underneath of your fingertips over top of your belly, you should feel your belly rise with the inhale. And on the exhale, allow it to soften back down, melting into the mat. Inhale deep, pulling from the belly. Feeling it expand underneath the fingertips and exhaling back down. Inhale nice and deep for 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1, and elongate the exhale with 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale deep. 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend those knees into your chest. Give yourself some love. Hug those knees to your chest and just rock from side to side. Nice deep breaths throughout the day will really help calm the nervous system. All right, arms are going to come out like wings to your sides. And you're going to drop those knees down towards the right side of the mat. You may feel a few crunches along the spine. You can stay here, or you can take your gaze down towards the left fingertips. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing your body to soften with every exhale. On your next inhale, prepare for the exhale to cross over left on top of right, stacking your shoulders, hands, and wrists. You're gonna, again, take the right fingertips along the left wrist, and you're gonna pull that left wrist in front of your right side of your body just a little bit further. You should feel a nice upper back stretch on the left. Inhale, pull a little bit further, and exhale, release. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull. And on the exhale, you're going to begin to rotate your left leg, left arm, then right leg, right arm up towards the ceiling. Hug your knees to your chest. And on the exhale, place your arms out like wings again and drop your knees to the left side of the room. If you would like to extend the stretch, you can take your gaze down towards your right fingertips. Again, with every inhale, feel the chest and belly rise. And every exhale, soften your body more into the mat. On your next breath, preparing for the exhale, rotating the right hand to stack right over top of the left side of the body. Gently grabbing onto the right wrist with your left fingertips and pulling your right arm across your body even more. And exhale, release. Begin to sync with the breath. Inhale, pull across. Exhale, release. Inhale, gently pull. Feeling that right upper back stretch. Exhale, release. And last one. Inhale, pulling across. And on the exhale, prepare to rotate right leg, right arm, then left arm, left leg. Hug the knees to the chest. We're going to rock ourselves up to a nice seated position. Turning on to all fours. If you have any knee problems, feel free to fold the mat. We're going to gently sit back into a nice child's pose, extending our arms out in front of us. You can also place your arms behind you, palms facing up towards the ceiling, and allow your forehead to fall down towards the mat. One more deep breath with me here. And exhale, looking up towards your hands, towards the front of the mat, coming into an all four position. Hands stacked under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to do a few cat camos very slowly. So with the inhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath, then rolling up your middle back, upper back, take your head to look between your legs. And exhale, just release the tailbone first, then the lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck, head looking up. Inhale, round in the tailbone first, keep looking up, then travel down, up your middle back, upper back, neck, and head looking through. Exhale, release the tailbone, lower, middle, upper, neck, and head. Then inhale, tuck the tailbone, lower, middle, upper, neck, then head looking through. One more nice and slow, exhaling, releasing the tailbone, traveling up the spine, nice and slow. All right, begin to quicken up the pace with your own breath. So with every inhale, tucking, looking between your legs, and exhaling, looking up, moving a little bit quicker now. Two more at your own pace, breathing in, tucking under, exhaling, looking up. All right, and slowly crawl yourself back up. And we're gonna come onto our feet. I'm gonna step back behind my mat. All right, we're gonna do a few inchworms. So starting at the bottom of your mat, you're gonna take an inhale, rising up above with your hands, and exhale, folding heart center. Hinge at your hips, traveling down your legs. Wherever you're at today, gently push into your shins and look straight ahead. Give yourself a nice flat back. Exhale, releasing, crawling the hands down towards the top of the mat, stacking your shoulders over top of your hands into a nice plank. Take a deep inhale, pushing your hips back into a nice downward dog, preparing to lift one leg. We're gonna lift the right leg first. And we're gonna bring it between our two hands, keeping the left hand nice and planted on the inside of the right foot. Begin by taking an inhale, rotating that right arm up towards the sky, looking at the right side of the room, and then exhale, placing that right hand back down. Making sure to put a lot of pressure into your feet so it's not all in your left hand. Take an inhale, rotating up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, rotating up. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale, rotate. And exhale, place that right hand back down on the mat. Bring that right leg back to the left. Inhale, hip shift up towards the sky into a downward dog. Pedal out those feet. Dropping the heels one at a time, back and forth, bending at the knees. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, slow down the gait muscles and climb your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, crawling slowly up, climbing one vertebrae on top of each other at a time. Exhale, externally rotate their shoulders back and down. Next inhale, reach up and above your head. Exhale, folding forward at the hips very gently. Hands along the shins, inhale, looking up. And exhale, coming back down, crawling to the top of your mat. This time, coming into a plank, the left foot will come between the hands. So lifting that left leg up, bring it between the two hands. Keeping your feet nice and grounded through the left heel and the right toes. Place that right hand along the inside of the left foot. Inhale, reaching up with the left hand towards the sky, turning towards the left. Exhaling, coming back down. Again, readjust if you need to, grounding through those feet. Inhale, looking up, rotating to the left. Exhaling down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, down. And last one, inhale, rotating up. And exhaling, coming back down. Planting that left hand, unthread the left leg to meet the right. Inhale, hip shift up to a nice downward dog. Pedal out those feet. Bending at the knees, dropping one heel at a time, down towards the bottom of the mat. Come back into a nice plank position. You're going to drop your knees one at a time down into a nice quadruped once again. Shift those hips back and forth, wagging your dog out. All right, slow down the motion. With the inhale, begin to push straight into those hands, through the shoulders, extend one leg out to the bottom of the mat, and then the second leg here. Shift your hips back up into downward dog, and then slowly crawl your hands back to your feet once again. Reaching to the bottom of the mat. Inhale, looking up, flat back. Exhale, folding and rolling up one vertebrae at a time to the very top, then lifting your head, externally rotating their shoulders. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward at the hips. Inhale, looking up, flat back. Exhale, crawling yourself back into a nice plank position. This time, holding here. If you have any issues, go ahead and put both knees down and starting here. We're going to do a few shoulder taps. You're going to alternate right then left. Meet me where you feel a challenge is right for your body today, and don't push it. All right, here we go. Take an inhale, and then bring your left to your right shoulder, right to your left, back and forth. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Send the hips back up to the sky. Take an inhale and crawl those hands back up to the feet. Exhaling, crawling one vertebrae at a time up, stacking on top of each other, rolling their shoulders back and down, and opening up. Once again, inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, folding forward. We're going to begin to walk those hands out to a plank once again. If you need to, drop those knees first, and we'll do a few shoulder taps. Inhale, And tap. Right, then left. And try not to shift those hips back and forth. Push nice and strong through those hands, feeling that core activate. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Send those hips back up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale this time, the feet will crawl towards the hand. Just folding here and relaxing. Go ahead and cradle your arms, bending at your elbows, grabbing the backs of your elbows, opposite elbows. Take an inhale and release. Exhale. Go ahead and start to rotate in baby circles with your arms, inward towards each other. And now begin to slowly roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time as you continue baby arm circles very gently, allowing your head to come up last. And then looking forward. All right, take the same motion and going outward, very small circles, hinging at the hips first, then allowing yourself to round down towards the mat. Continue these circles for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing here. Hugging the opposite elbows once again and settling in here. One more inhale through the nose, out through the mouth, and slowly crawling one vertebrae at a time back up to standing. Head and shoulders come last. Good job. All right. Come on down to a bent knee position for a nice hip flexor stretch. Again, you need to fold the mat, feel free for a little extra cushion. I'm going to start with my right knee on the mat first. The left foot is going to be planted in front. Grab along those nice hip bones you got, and then you're going to tuck that tailbone underneath. So if you feel your back kind of have a nice little lordosis curve, I want you to flatten it out. And then you're going to squeeze this back glute muscle as we gently begin to shift forward into this left knee. It's a very small motion. I want you to keep squeezing for 3, 2, 1, release. Maybe lean a little bit further, and then squeeze. Release. Maybe get a little bit deeper. Squeeze once again. And release. Dig a little bit deeper. Last squeeze here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get as deep as you can to the stretch without any pain. All right. And slowly coming back, hip over top of knee. Shake it on out. Go ahead and wiggle back and forth. And then we're going to plant the right foot onto the mat. Left knee is down. Again, place your hands along those hip bones and tuck your tailbone underneath. Now, squeeze that left glute and shift forward just gently. And release. See if you get a little bit deeper. Keeping that tailbone tucked. And squeeze. Release. Maybe shift even deeper. And squeeze. Release. Squeeze once again. And release. One more here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release here. And get as deep as you can within that stretch without releasing the tailbone. and relax. Go ahead and shift back. Right knee down to meet the left. Wiggle out the hips a bit. Bringing that left foot back up to the top of the mat. And right knee is down. We're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to turn our back foot inward towards our left leg, our left part of our body. You're going to reach up and over as you still are tucking that tailbone underneath. And you may feel in a different part along the hip flexors. Come to a comfortable position, no pain. Squeeze once for me here, that right glute. Keeping that tailbone tucked. And releasing. Maybe finding yourself a little bit deeper now in the stretch. Take one more inhale with me here, reaching that body across. And exhale slowly, bringing that right arm back down. Go ahead and flex your foot, your left foot. There's toes to the nose. So your left heel will be nice and planted. If you have any instability here, feel free to come down into a seated position. We're going to stretch out those hamstrings. So we're going to lean forward. So again, if you're up with me on your right knee, heel is planted, toes to the nose, and you're going to slowly crawl down that left leg until you find that you have a nice stretch on the back of that left leg. Keeping the back nice and flat, don't round here. Breathing into this posture. Allowing the back of the left leg to loosen as you get deeper and deeper. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more in through your nose and out through your mouth. Go ahead and release that foot, crawling very gently back up with your hands till you're you're kneeling on that right knee. Gently bend that left knee in to meet the right. And then take that right leg out, plant it in front of you, and we're going to do that left hip flexor again. So take this left foot and turn it out towards the right hip. Make sure that tailbone is nice and tucked underneath, and reach that left arm up and over very gently across towards the right side of the room. Breathing into the front of that left leg, and begin squeezing with me here. Squeeze that left cheek. And release, maybe shifting a little bit more into that right leg, feeling that pull along the left side of the body. One more inhale with me here, reaching across. And then exhale, gently bring that left hand down. And then flip that foot up so your right toes are to the nose. Heel is planted. Again, if you're comfortable here, you can shift your hands down your leg, planting them very gently. If you're not there today, I'm going to show the modified hamstring stretch. This left foot is going to go on the inside of the right leg, and you're just going to lean forward. Come to wherever you're at today to a nice stretch, no pain, and allow your body to settle in as we breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Taking one more deep breath here. And on the exhale, slowly crawling your hands back up to your knee, to your hip. And then wherever you're at right now, come into a nice, comfortable position on your back. We're going to do a little bit of core before we're done. So go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. Give your back a nice break. Bending those knees in and out. Allowing them to drop down to the mat in both directions. and then relax here. All right. So hold on to those hip bones once again. We'll do a few pelvic tilts. That same motion we did with the hip flexor stretch. You're rotating the pelvis up and off the mat and then tucking in. Do about 2 more here, and then find the nice in between. So tuck your belly flat as you can into that mat, and then release it just slightly so you come into your natural curve, and this will be your neutral pelvis. So I want you to take your belly button and pull up towards your spine, tucking that core. We're going to lift one leg at a time, right, then left, so the foot is off the mat, one at a time, and your knees should be stacked right over top of your hips. We're going to bring those knees nice and glued together over top of the hips, and shift your body weight, almost as if to lift your glutes off the mat and then bringing back to where they started. So this is called a reverse crunch. We're going to use that lower core to lift the glutes and then relax them back down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And if you really need to, a lot of pressure into the hands and forearms to allow you to stabilize. Lift and release. 5 more. Lift, release, lift, release, lift, release, and last 2. Lift, release, and lift, release. All right, stay knees stacked over top of your hips. I'm going to have you extend one leg at a time, and they should be either straight over top of your hips or at a nice little angle. You're going to take your hands underneath your glutes into a nice diamond, so pointer finger and thumb are attached to one another, protecting that lower back. Go ahead and point your toes while your heels are connected, inner thighs are in sync, and toes pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to lower those legs so you feel that you still have control of that lower core, and then lift right back up. Releasing down, keeping that belly button in the spine, and lift back up. Lower for 3, 2, 1, and lift. 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 And this is your last one. Lower for 3, 2, 1, and lift. Bring those legs straight up on top of the hips. And go ahead and point and flex those feet, giving it a nice break. All right, now go ahead and bend those knees so they're stacking right over top of the hips. Arms are going to go straight above the chest. Palms are facing towards the feet. Tuck that belly button to spine. And you're going to begin to release one foot down to the mat at a time, alternating, using that lower core to lift and lower. If this is not enough of a challenge for you today, feel free to extend one leg straight out to the bottom of the mat, bring it back in, and just alternate back and forth. So the only thing moving should be the leg, and the core should be where you're pulling your energy from and your power. Keep alternating 5 times on each side. For 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, 1. Keeping those legs nice and lifted, knees over top of the hips, give yourself a break. This time we're going to do it with arms. So when you drop your right foot, your left arm will go above your head. And then opposite, right arm, left leg. All right, take an inhale, tuck that belly button to spine, and lower the right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. Keep going for 2 more on each side. And relax here. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And we're going to rock ourselves up to a seated position. Come meet me in cross-legged or in pike position, feet out in front. Pull up on those glutes so you're nice and planted on the sit bones. Take an inhale, rising up above the head. Exhale, planting the right hand to the mat, reaching across to the left. Exhaling, coming neutral. Inhale, reaching across. Exhale, coming neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. And last 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, reach. And on the exhale, meet the right to the left. Deep inhale, pointing fingertips up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, drop the left hand down, reaching across with the right arm. Take an inhale. And exhale, come neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Last 2. Inhale, reaching across. Exhale, neutral. And inhale, reach as far as you can. Exhaling, bring the left to meet the right. 1 inhale up towards the ceiling, and exhale, hands to the earth. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed MoLates. You can look forward to the rest of the classes on the portal this week, and hopefully I'll see you next Monday at 5:30. Thank you.